All right, so for dinner, there was a request for chicken franchise. So you can see we took 3 big breasts and I sliced them and broke them down. I salt and peppered both sides. Then we're gonna dredge it in flour, saute it, and finish with the lemon butter sauce. All right, so first you'll see I have the chicken cutlets that have been seasoned with salt and pepper, and they're lightly dredged with flour. You don't want a lot of excess flour, okay? Now, people are always wondering, how is it ready to be sauteed? The chicken, is it hot enough, the oil? So you can see there's little ripples in the oil. I don't know if you can get that on camera. Come over on this side. Can you see the ripples in the oil? Yeah, you can. You see those ripples down there? So now what we'll do is we'll take one cutlet and we'll test it to see if it's hot enough. It is hot enough, okay? And just remember, every time that you add cold product to the heat, to the hot oil, it is going to cool down. So if you have to do 2 batches, like we're gonna have to do 2 batches, you have to let the heat come back up to temperature. All right. Also, the first batch typically comes out the blondest. It doesn't get as much bright brown on the side, but you can look at it. You see it's starting to turn brown. We'll give it a couple more minutes there, before we flip it. And you always try to remember which cutlet you put in first. You let that one stay the longest. The last one stays in the longest. So now you can see how it's turning white around the outer rims. Again, you'll check it again. That's an okay color for now. We'll go with that one. We'll turn that one. That one can go back for a little bit more color. Check this one. Where the center of the pan is usually around the heat element is where it gets brown the quickest. We sauteed off the breasts. They're reserving them for the side. We also have the pan. I took the oil out, but we're going to use all those little nice brown pieces to make the sauce. But now we're going to juice some lemons. So how do you get the most juice out of a lemon? You roll it, and that releases the inside. You notice sometimes they get hard. So you can also zest from the outside if you wanted to add a little bit more flavor. You can cut it up, really small pieces. You can use that. Sometimes when you have a cocktail at a bar, they use lemon zest. So you can use that, but we're also just going to slice it now that we rolled it. Ooh, my knife is dull. And you squeeze the lemon juice over your hand, not getting it in your cut. So you get all the juice, but no seeds. All the seeds stay in your hand. And as soon as I'm done juicing 3 lemons, we'll make the sauce. Just gonna get started with the sauce. Just melted a little bit of butter. We're gonna add the chopped garlic. And Daisy's gonna bark. We're gonna get that sauteing. Taking a little while because I didn't heat up the pan too well. So typically when I would make this, I would be making the sauce and then finishing the cooking of all the chicken in the sauce. And with the natural flour that's browned on the outside would help thicken it. But because, I don't know about like you, but we have some picky eaters in this house. So some will just have the chicken and some will have the lemon garlic chicken. So we're going to get that going. Then I'm gonna use some Rachael Ray's chicken stock. How bad of me as a professional chef to not have any chicken stock on hand of my own. I used it all up actually last week. All right, so it's gonna soak up all those little niblets on the bottom, those nice little brownness. I'll use that much. We're gonna add the lemon juice. I'm not gonna add it all this second because I'm afraid I might have too much. We're gonna season with a little salt and pepper. And we're gonna reduce. The stock and the lemon juice and the garlic is all reduced down. I'm heating up the cutlets in there. And that's it, we're gonna serve. Enjoy it.